Dover's white cliffs full of colour as Sky News beamed goodbye to the 27 EU nations in their own language, while Downing Street also put on a light show. And here's what happened in Parliament Square. Brexiteers savoured the moment.
It has been 3.5 years and I just feel so jubilant. I feel so sovereign again, it feels brilliant.
This is a fantastic day for democracy in the UK and it's amazing to be here and be part of it.
We're happy to be out now because we will be able to do things what we want.
We did it!
And of course, one man was centre stage at the party.
And there are some that say we shouldn't celebrate tonight. Well, we are going to celebrate tonight. This is the single most important moment in the modern history of our great nation.
Welcome you to this saddest of occasions.
But then there's the other view. In Brighton, a vigil. For these Remainers, EU departure is a tragic moment in our history.
I feel now as though I've had my Europeanness taken away from me by this government.
It's been like a grieving process and it felt like the fight went out of me and I just felt incredibly sad.
In a televised statement, Boris Johnson acknowledged the country's mixed feelings.
For many people, this is an astonishing moment of hope, a moment they thought would never come. And there are many, of course, who feel a sense of anxiety and loss. And then there's a third group, perhaps the biggest, who had started to worry that the whole political wrangle would never come to an end. I understand all those feelings, and our job as the government, my job, is to bring this country together now and take us forward.
Leeds was 50-50 in the referendum. That division is represented in the marketplace. The fishmonger cautiously optimistic for his trade.
I personally would like them to look for a fair deal with equality between Britain and the European Union, and that'd be helpful for everyone.
But the independent cafe owner is finding it harder to stomach.
40% of all the UK's fruit and vegetables come from the EU, and so I'm a little bit worried about how that's going to impact us and like the food that we're able to serve. So if it's going to have to be cabbage and potatoes for the next 6 months, then so be it. That's what
Brexit menu.
Brexit menu, exactly. Yeah.
Bojo has got his way now, but we don't want to go.
Singer Anna Nightingale voted Remain, but was booked to perform at a Leave party in Buckinghamshire. She's got a roll with it attitude.
It is a part of history, and there's so many people that are so negative about it. Let's get something positive out of it. So why not? It's an excuse to have a party.
But Westminster was the place for Brexiteers to party.
This is historic, but also a little bit anticlimactic in the sense that this battle was decided when Boris Johnson won the general election. And there's a feeling a little bit like the end of a civil war, when everyone just wants to lay down their weapons and go home for a rest.
The victors have been decided, but divisions will still take time to heal.
Do you think we'll stand tall after Brexit?
You're asking the wrong person.
And opinions will still differ on whether Britain is now standing tall or looking precarious. Jason Farrell, Sky News.